not help tidy and clean, but he leaves what he has used lying around for other people to clean up. And I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's fair to either the housekeeper or the people that are attempting to keep the house clean.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
I nominate Dean for 1 point. I think that he had the opportunity to just put his head down and take the chore that he was given by Gianna and just get it over and done with, but instead he chose to do as least as he possibly could, and because of that we lost the spa.
Okay, well, Dean, I can understand, because the whole house is being punished with the spa, but do you know about the nookie that went on between Geneva and Glenn?
Didn't have a clue.
Well, there you go, but a nookie went on between Geneva and
I was
Glenn.
there, and I
you
still
were
didn't
there.
know about it.
Well, we have the advantage of 37 cameras and a million microphones. And now she's evicting him.
Maybe he didn't kiss very well.
Did more than that, lovey-dovey, I can tell you. But there we go, a free plug for Uncut. But, you know, I love both of them. But, of course, he then went and kissed Michelle.
Oh, I heard about that.
Now, did Geneva find out about that, do you think? I'm just wondering, is there a bit of revenge here or not? How would you react under such circumstances?
If I knew that the guy I kissed went and kissed someone else?
Yep, would you evict them, nominate them?
I'd go and kick his ass.
Kick his ass. Would you be wearing undies at the time?
Preferably.
All right, good on you. OK, now we'll go to Dean's nominations. We'll see how they go. Over to Dean.
Housekeeper, you have failed to make the beds. When you have finished making them, you can wash all the windows in the garden.
Dean isn't doing his job. The floors are filthy, the bathroom hasn't been touched, and I really don't want him to know that I came in here and I told you this.
This is a hate building.
No, I don't mind cleaning. I just hate it when people try and tell me when to do it.
No spa.
Why? No spa, I know.
I'm about to read it.
Guys!
Whoever did wrong to get this spa taken out.
Housemates, due to the state of the house and certain housemates not taking the chores seriously, Big Brother has decided to close down the spa indefinitely.
What's wrong with the house?
It's dirty.
Dean, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
For 2 points, I give Christy for how she behaved on Friday night. We were trying to keep her in bed and she wouldn't listen to anyone, and she ran around like a chicken with her head cut off, and as a result of her being annoying, it cost us alcohol benefits. So that made me feel cheated because I had not had a chance to... I can't put in any of my efforts to get that back because of her. It's gone.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
For this week, for 1 point, I nominate Michelle because she's racked up 8 fines, which is more than double everyone else in the house. So I think that her not taking care with what she's doing has cost us budget, and it's hit home this week when we're only living off staples, and that frustrates me because I like food.
Rightio, he does like food, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Now, you said that you don't really like Dean. I think that's what you were saying on the eviction show last night.
I just didn't like his attitude.
What's his attitude?
I just find that he's very just arrogant and just can be very mean towards people and just rude.
I thought it was interesting that he was nominated Christy for punishing the house through her behaviour. The house is now without alcohol. But, of course, it was Dean's behaviour of not cleaning that has now punished the house, and they don't have the spa.
That's right.
Now, is there any undercurrent going on here? Is he attracted to anyone in the house? Is he close to anyone?
Look, he has a girlfriend and he does speak about her all the time, which I admire, but you never know what's going on. I mean, he is loyal and he hasn't done anything to think otherwise, but, you know, he can sit, you know, very close to Michelle and they can have a chat, so it just, to someone on the outside, they may think that they're getting close, but they're really not. He is very loyal in that respect, so I give him that, but I just wish he was a nicer person.
You wish he was nicer. OK, well, we now have the state of play with Dean has again scored... Well, what has he done? He's added to his score with only 2 housemates left to nominate. It appears to be an unassailable lead with 8 points. Christy is a clear second with 4 points. Then we have Tim and Michael on 3, and Glenn and Geneva both on 2 points. Therefore, locked together again, but this time not half-dressed. Propping up the ladder are Michelle and Hot Dogs with 1 point each. Okay, well, we've nearly done the nominations, but we've still got the nomination twist to go. So don't go away, because we'll be back with boys doing the traditional Australian mating dance. Big Brother nominations. I'm here with Gianna. We have a couple more nominations to go, and then the twist. It's very exciting. Now, Gianna, we just saw in that footage, of course, the traditional male mating dance of Australia.
The gorilla.
Looked like a goose on the dance floor. And then this picture of perfection in the middle of the dance floor, the woman who's never had pole dancing lessons and can just do it. And you're a bit of a mover and shaker. Do you think you have a career in this area?
I know how to move the hips, Gretel. No training. It's all just self-taught.
Have you had any offers professionally? Okay, we'll actually delete what I just said because it sounded wrong, but I just think you're exceptionally good at it, and I just think there must be a career of some sort that involves this. I'm not sure if NASA or anywhere has that need, but somewhere must.
In space, yeah.
Well, you're very, very good. I mean, have you thought of this? Would you like to be a model or a raunchy dancer? I think we need a sophisticated raunchy dancer in this country.
Really? Well, I'm thinking of saving it for my boyfriend when I get one.
Oh, have you had many boyfriends?
No.
Have you had any boyfriends?
Yeah.
Because you're a very strong girl.
Yes, no, I've had a few.
All right, any boys in the audience want to be Gianna's boyfriend? Yeah. Once again, that was stupid Mike Goldman. All right, we are now going to throw to Hot Dogs nominations.
I don't want to harp on it, and maybe this week was easier. It's a wicked feeling thinking that some people in Australia like you enough to stay in here.
Do you want me to bring you back down to earth and go, they probably don't, it's just they dislike somebody else more.
Yeah, I know. Just over 3 years ago, 2 days before my 24th birthday, my old man had a massive stroke. The one thing I couldn't put into context until I was in this place was how it would affect me not being able to see him. I didn't want to talk about something and have someone say, oh, you're doing it because you're a politician, you're doing it to be a strategist, or all of that shit that's been going on in here.
Hot Dogs.
Big Brother.
Who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
This week I nominate Christy for 2 as a result of her behaviour on Friday night. It has put the house on alcohol restrictions, and I was having a very good night on Friday, and now we have limited alcohol or limited restrictions of alcohol for an indefinite period, and as a result of one person making a mistake, the whole house has to suffer, and that really frustrates me quite a bit.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
Again, I give 1 point to Mike for the same reasons as last week. He's always harping on the fact that he does everything right, and everyone else, or it's only me, so I'm doing things wrong, and just the way he contradicts himself, like he's playing the game, and it just really annoys me in terms of, an example is on Friday night when Christy was stuffing around, Mike told her off and put her in a place, which I thought was good, and I was like, yeah, Mickey, good work. And then 5 minutes later he was like, oh, come give us a hug, don't feel silly, blah, 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 and I was like, man, that's just weak.
Oh, it's hotting up. It is hotting up. Now we're going to quickly go to Michael and see how he's going to nominate tonight.
if everyone's just going to trash the house without concern, we're just going to end up losing everything. You make snide comments about me acting like the father. If you didn't act like